Today's tip, circling back to close. Circling back to close. What that means is you want to tie in something at the end of your speech that you mentioned at the beginning of your speech. And regardless of the length of your speech, there's a reason, actually 3 reasons that you want to do that. The first reason is reinforcement. What it does is it reinforces something that you said at the beginning of your speech if you bring it up at the end. You're going to see a video clip at the end of this tutorial that's going to explain why this is so effective. But reinforcing something that you said at the beginning of your speech, at the end of your speech, will hammer home that point in the audience's mind. Next is a reminder. When you mention something, you start to say something that is familiar to your audience, that they heard earlier in your speech, especially if it's at the beginning. Subconsciously, they know you're at the end of your speech and they'll perk up, they will listen, they'll stop whatever they were doing. And if they drifted off for a bit, they're coming back and they're thinking, you're going to end this speech now. I want to listen to hear how you're going to end. And finally, remember, if you call back to something you did earlier in your speech and you have a reminder of that and you circle back and close with that same idea, your audience will remember that idea. Now, the clip that you are about to see is going to explain how this can be so powerful. The speech was a short story that I did about your subconscious mind and building your confidence. Earlier in the speech, I talked about a word that I misspelled in a spelling contest. And what it was the word always. The word always, I added an extra L when I was young, and later on I talk about how that affected me and how it affected my confidence. How I got over that was that I learned a tip from a motivational speaker, and what he said was to think about your past successes and write down on a 3x5-inch card a statement that brings that up and conjures that up in your head so that you can call on your confidence anytime you need it. Now, what you're going to watch here is how I used misspelling the word always and the goal 3x5 card to call back and end with a message for the audience. And what happens is you'll see that they have a little chuckle over it because they recognize the callback, they recognize the end, and they will remember the message. So enjoy the clip. If you have any questions or comments, list it below, and of course sign up at communicate2create.com for more speaking tips. So if you're a guest in this room and you're thinking about joining, if you're a seasoned Toastmaster and confidence is a struggle for you, remember your power phrase and carry it with you. ALL, WAYS. Always. Awesome. And remember, if you got value from this video, go right down below the video, click here to subscribe.